necessarily to repeat, but you've been playing together briefly last year. How special is it for you to be sharing every day together on the same team?
Yeah, I mean, it's super special, I think, just as brothers, just living together and spending time together. And then, obviously, it's a dream of ours to play together on the ice. And, I think it's been awesome so far, and, we're really excited. So.
In your mind, who's maybe the best in the history set of brothers who played in the NHL? Is it Sedin? Is it the Richard in Montreal? Do you have someone in mind?
I don't know. There's been a lot of good sets. A lot of brothers that have been really good, and we're just getting started, so we got a ways to go.
Jack, what was so different for you guys in the first period against the Islanders that allowed you guys to find your momentum quickly in the game?
We were just playing better. Came out more ready to play and got off to a faster start, so that's what we need to continue to do.
What do you know about the way that Marty St. Louis coaches their team that as a group you guys have to be vigilant about tonight?
Yeah, we just know they're a young team. They, get up and down the ice pretty fast, so we know they're going to, take some chances tonight, and, we know they can score, so we got to come out here and, bring our A game, and, they got a good team over there, so if we come in here and we don't get off to a good start, we could easily find ourselves in a hole, so tonight's about getting off to a good start and, playing good 60 minutes.
Jack, you're among the best forwards in the league, but took a couple of seasons to get there. What was the main challenge over the few first seasons?
Yeah, just me being a young guy and learning the league, and for me it's just been progressing and getting better every year, so hoping to continue to do that this year, and like where my game's at right now, and I got to keep going.
Well, speaking of learning the league, how much do you feel like playing game in, game out now at the start of this season, you're kind of learning on the fly, and you make a mistake and learn from mistake, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got a good experience last year with those couple games, and it's a new year, and I'm just trying to get better every day, get more comfortable, and play my game. So.
Thanks.
Since the beginning of the season, I'm sure you're not surprised to see him have this success here.
No, yeah, I think obviously, he's obviously talked to you guys about it, but last year was a pretty crazy, hectic year for him and his family, and to see the start that he's been having, it's impressive. But tonight, obviously, it's a different story as the enemy. But no, for sure, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's had the start, and he brings the same type of game every night, and I think he's showing it. And I think the fans here will really appreciate him.
What exactly is his type of game? What can he bring to the Montreal Canadiens day after day?
Well, he's going to work every single night. He might not, be or make the most flashy plays, but he's gonna work. He's going to play the 200-foot game, and he's going to do all the right things that go a long way for a young team.
Tyler, what is it about the way Marty coaches that team on the other side that you have to be vigilant of as a team?
Well, he brings the excitement. He gets guys up for every single game, and obviously it's not hard to get up and play in front of the crowd and everything here. But I think they're off to a great start. They have a young team. They're hungry. They want to win games, and I think they're showing that they're playing desperate hockey. They have the skill and the talent. And, it's going to be a real big test for us tonight.
How important in a building like this can that first goal be, just knowing what the crowd does?
Yeah, I mean, it's important every single night, but for us as a group, we're obviously trying to trend in the right direction and have another good start and build off that game, against Long Island. But I think, being able to control the crowd here is definitely important, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
What went right in that first period for you guys that was maybe different in the previous games?
I thought we just came out ready to work. We did all the little things, getting pucks in and getting on the defense, and honestly just getting shots on net, whereas the first few games we kind of being a little too cute and trying to make the extra play. So I think if we can just build off that, it'll be good.
On your power play goal, just before the end of the first period, you looked really frustrated, slamming your stick. Did it feel like a really big relief for you to get that goal 12 seconds into the second period?
It was definitely a relief. It was just more frustrating not making plays that I know I can make, and I think obviously scoring helped, but the way our power play has been going all year, it's definitely been a big momentum shift for our team.
How can you describe the chemistry between Jack and Luke, the Hughes brothers?
Oh, obviously they got the chemistry via blood, but I think it's impressive to see. They're both extremely talented, and they make great plays and do a lot of special things on the ice. So being on the same team as them and being able to work with them has been a lot of fun so far.
Can we compare these guys to Cole and Nick, players that you were with them here in Montreal?
For sure. I mean, Cole and Nick, they're the same way. They make a lot of plays. They love the game, and they're not scared of being in the moment. So I think it's going to be a good test for us tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Jack is already like the face of this team, but do you believe that Luke can be, I know he's a defenseman, but can also be the face of the Devils for maybe 10, 15 years?
I mean, for sure. He, like I said, it runs in the family for me being able to play with Quinn too. So they all bring it. They all want the puck on their stick. They want to make the play. They want to be the guy on the team. And so far in the short period of time I've been here, the two of them here have really shown that.
And for you, is it a good?
If I can come back on Jack and Nico, you've seen a lot of young kids coming to the NHL, and a lot of them can score goals. Those two guys seem to get to another level. Like they can make a team win. There's a huge difference between the two. What is? The sample is short, but what have you seen that makes them different in that way? Is that they seem to understand hockey a lot more than just scoring goals.
Yeah, I think they just want to win, so they're willing to do kind of whatever it takes. I think for Jack and Nico, it's a little bit different, situation. Whereas Nico's going to work, and he's going to work the puck off you. He's going to make it difficult for you, and obviously Jack has all the talent in the world to change the game in one play. So being able to have those two guys as your centermen, there's a reason why this organization's kind of made that turn and going in the right direction.
And about you, do you like the fit with the Devils, that young, energetic team?
Yeah, I mean it's been great so far. We have a great team, great locker room, and like you said, it's a younger group, so it keeps me young too.
Morning. Thank you for your time.
Lindy, what do you know about the way Marty St. Louis prepares his team, coaches his team, that you guys need to be vigilant against?
Well, I think the team is an extremely hard-working team. Watched your game last night. A lot of desperation, I thought, when it came to blocking shots and trying to keep the opponent off the board. So he's got the team working hard.
What were the things done right in the first period against the Islanders that you hope carries over?
We were on the puck. Puck pressure created turnovers. I thought our three forwards worked really hard together, and we're going to need that again tonight.
How about Eric and Nico? Any update on their availability for tonight?
It looks like both players should be able to play.
Your thoughts on Tyler Toffoli so far? How has he fit in, and why has he fit in well?
He's fit in well. He's been really good on our power play. He gives us that veteran presence. He knows how to play the game. I mean, obviously he's been a winner, so I think what he brings to the group is real valuable.
We saw Jack Hughes developing over the years. He's really talented, but more than that, what was the key for him to become the player is now?
I think a lot of it is confidence. I think incredibly young age to break into the league, and then now with maturing, getting stronger, understanding the game. Probably understanding how power plays run and operate even better now. I think it's just a maturity part for him. He's got incredible talent. Incredible edges on the skates. So he can create a lot on the ice. And I think that just understanding the game a little bit more has made him a real dangerous player.
If I can follow up on that, we see a lot of young kids coming in, talented, able to score goals, but they don't play the game. Was it a tough sell for him, for you to make him play the game the way he does? Him and Nico being like, I don't want to make a comparison, but Taves and Kane kind of comparison when he came in Chicago.
Kind of the way we operate is, he gets to do his thing offensively, and really to be a good player, you have to do the team thing defensively. I think sometimes that's hard on young players, young skilled players. But when you look at where he's got himself offensively and where he's got himself defensively, he's got himself in a good place.
About this, the defensive play, scoring goals is obviously not a problem for your team this season, but you're giving a lot. Do you feel you're still searching your game defensively?
I think that's a fair assessment. We know that last year we got our game in a good place defensively. We're not there yet, but we've had a lot of changes. A couple defensemen on the back end, some players up front. I think it takes a little while to try to find that groove. I think we've made some mistakes which have allowed the chances that we don't want to give up. So I think this, when you go through the first 10 games of the year, you got to find your way.
Maybe on that note, how would you evaluate Kevin Ball in an expanded role over the first 4 games this year?
I think he's been okay. There's been a couple of games where obviously defensively there's some things you'd like to see a little bit better. I think offensively he's been able to jump in and help create, but I think it's the confidence to react to every play where there's no delay in his game.
You've been coaching them at the end of the last year, but is there a way you can describe the bond between Jack and Luke?
Both great skaters. I mean, they both are driven to be really good. I think that if you're looking at two kind of different personalities when dealing with Jack and we're dealing with Luke, and I think that makes them kind of special. Obviously one is a defenseman, which makes the game a lot tougher. There's a lot more plays you're involved in defensively when you look at Luke's game, but Luke's driven to get better in all aspects. So he's done a great job with our power play.
How would you evaluate your opponent of the day, the Montreal Canadiens?
Sorry, how would I what?
How would you evaluate your opponent of the day, the Montreal Canadiens?
Evaluate our opponent?
How would you rate the Montreal Canadiens? What is your opinion on this team?
I think they're a hard-working club that is going to be hard to play against. Like I said earlier, the desperation. I think that the number one thing you want from your club is work ethic, and I think Marty's getting that right now.
Even
Speaking
though,
about
even though that they're completely two different players, can you draw a comparison between Jack Hughes and Uri Slavkovsky in the sense that they were both first overall picks? It was tough when they came into the league, and then for Hughes it panned out, obviously, but is it a tribute to patience in some kind of way?
Yeah, well, I think that I haven't watched Slavkovsky that much, so it's hard for me to compare, but I think that you have to have patience. I think the patience with Jack, and a lot is the relationship I have with him and understanding what he's thinking and what he's trying to do offensively, and sometimes you have to live with some mistakes, and I think in our business as coaches, that's sometimes a hard thing to do.
Do you see a bit of Bergeron's game in Nico Hischier at this point of his career now?
Yeah, and I think that comparison last year was a good comparison. I think that he takes a lot of pride in being a guy that can be counted on in any situation. With, if you look at Bergeron's career, top penalty killer, top power play guy, as good defensively as he was offensively, and that is what Nico tries to do night in, night out.
What do you think is the value for Luke to have his brother Jack besides him as he tries to
maybe a free room and board. That's the value.
Why?
I think that to have a brother that kind of has gone through some growing pains, that tells you that it's not an easy league to break into. I think he can lend a little bit of that advice to him, and that it's a hard game. NHL game's a hard game.
They're good quickly now. Would you say that it's a generation or a different hockey? Why they are good so quickly?
That's a great question. I think some of it is generational. Some of it is the amount these kids put into year-round. Like, it's a 12-month game, where probably years ago players took off 2 or 3 months. Some of these young guys now are year-round players, and they catch up quick.
You've been playing and working in the NHL for a long period of time. If we're talking about brothers, which name is popping to your mind? What set of brothers will you be thinking?
Probably the Sutters would be my first set of brothers. That I played with a lot of them. I played with Dwayne, played with Darryl, played with Brian. So I think it's probably the greatest set of brothers ever. There's a lot of brothers there.
I apologize if you answered this earlier. What did you take out of the win against the Islanders? What do you want to build on?
The way we started the game. I thought special teams was good, but knowing that our 5-on-5 play has to get better.
How does that happen?
Yeah, practice. We've been able to practice. We've looked at video. We've talked to individual lines about certain plays that happened in the game.
Thanks, Andy.
You're welcome.